latest news from Stadia.
That never works, does it? Oh, welcome to Tuesday evening, 1 or 2 days in the week where we typically get new content from Stadia, or new information from Stadia, I should say. So we've literally, in the last, half an hour, had a Stadia community blog. And Duncan, my co-host and good friend, is here to break it down. Duncan, anything interesting in this Stadia post today?
Yes, there's actually quite a lot of interesting stuff. We are getting our pro game announcements, which seem to have been announced slightly earlier than normal. I think we were generally expecting these on Thursday. So what we're getting here is SteamWorld Dig, a fistful of dirt. That is the original SteamWorld game. So that, I think, means if you've subscribed to Stadia from the start, you would have had the whole SteamWorld series now as part of the Pro deal. The next one we have is Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. This is bringing back Monster Boy from the arcade and reimagining it and trying to update it to nowadays. And the last game is West of Loathing. It's an RPG sort of game. So them three are completely different games, which you can get to stick your teeth into. And the other game which was announced was Creator, which we've already touched on recently, and that is coming on July the 1st.
So that's 4 pro games for your monthly subscription, all to be claimed. And as you rightly said, with this one, SteamWorld Dig, A Fistful of Dirt, that will be, I think there are 3 or 4 SteamWorld games on Stadia. But we as pro subscribers will have had all of them at that point. If you were around, obviously, when they first came out.
Yes, if you were around. At this moment in time, it doesn't, I'm just double checking this here, it doesn't seem that they're actually removing any games at present. So So that means you're going to, if you just decide to join up for Stadia Pro now, you're going to have an absolute mountain of games to go through. We've still got the Elder Scrolls Online. It's still part of that. And it's only available for
22 games, I think, by my reckoning. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing about the Elder Scrolls, that one seems to be only on for a month because it's leaving on July the 16th.
Yes, that's interesting, isn't it? I know it's not mentioned within this blog, but I can't recall where we've had a game for such a short amount of time on rotation within the pro subscription. So that one is an interesting deal. But anyway, we'll keep that one for another day. So those are the 4 games, and then obviously they're mentioned further along here. Now, also in the update today is mention, of course, that Wavebreak is being released literally today. I think it's when's it coming? In about 15-20 minutes, I think, or is it already on the store?
Yeah, it'll be 15 or 20 minutes for the time from when we're recording it.
It's all relative, isn't it?
It's all relative. So
it's 1986.
Yeah, it should be on the store when this video is up.
Yes, it will be.
Yep. we both have had a wee quick go on Wavebreak, and we're going to be doing a wee review on it in the coming days.
Yeah, we've got a pre-release code to play the game, so we've got views, and as you rightly said, Duncan, sorry, that we will be doing this will be our Rokk review for the coming Stadia Rocks Live on Sunday, but we'll also, as you've said, be releasing a video between now and then with some of our thoughts and recording on the play.
It should just be mentioned during this playthrough, which most people have got, they will only have the single player, but this game also has multiplayer, so we want to actually give that a bit more thought and just to give a proper review on it. So that was not available during that before the game was released.
No. Good stuff. Then we've got news of 2 new games also hitting Stadia today. Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Last Light Redux. Of course, these now join Metro Exodus. So we've got 3 Metro games. I think that's the entire trilogy are available on Stadia. Now, I've played Exodus and absolutely loved it, and also the 2 DLCs, the 2 kernels and Sam's story, which we'll notice in a second are reduced in price. I've also played one of these 2, but I forget which one it is. But they're both going on for $20, roughly speaking. I'm guessing around £18. And as I've said, they're also both going on today, so they'll both be available today. I remember thinking that the game that I played, forgetting which one it was absolutely excellent. I think it was Last Light, if I'm honest with you. And I think they're all great games. Actually, the one thing about the Metro games is that they've all got quite a cult following, very high quality games. So good to see them come.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, can I jump in there for 1 wee second? I was going to say they're £16.
Are they? Right, okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to say in proper money, just to.
The US dollar is the international currency these days, so we all tend to use dollars as the standard, irrespective. So that's interesting. £16 in the UK and $20 in the US.
If you're looking to play this series from start to finish, you would play it Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, and then Metro Exodus. So that is the order if you're going to go from start to finish.
And then 2 kernels followed by Sam's story is how I would recommend doing it as well. So, and there, as we've seen, we'll come on to the pro deals in a second. One other thing here is that there is a new DLC for Borderlands 3, which is coming in 2 days' time. So that's on Thursday, Bounty of Blood. I do own Borderlands 3, although I really haven't progressed it a great deal. It's a game that's just never really appealed to me when I played it. I loved Borderlands 2, absolutely adored that, and played that to completion on PlayStation. But I've struggled with 3, and I don't know why. But are you a big fan of the Borderlands series, Duncan?
I used to be a big fan of it. I also have Borderlands 3, but I haven't really got into it at the moment. I would go for the technical reasons, but that's maybe for a different day.
We don't do negative. We don't
do negative, yes, but I will put this into a positive because of the change now with Stadia, where you can change the resolution on the Chromecast on the fly. It's making me want to actually do it, because if you play Borderlands 3 in 4K, it's in 30 FPS, but if you drop it down to balanced to 1080, it plays in 60 FPS. So there's a wee technical sort of thing there, and it does actually make the game more fun.
Good point. Very good point. Good. Okay. And then finally, I think for the update, in any case, we've got the updated pro deals for Stadia Store. Now, the first set of deals, obviously the ones that say new are new today. The rest, I think, were announced last week, and there's still some great deals in there to be had. But one that's caught my eye, apart from obviously Metro Exodus, which coincides with the release of the 2 new Metro games for good commercial reasons, is Football Manager. Now, I'm not, as you probably know, Duncan, a huge knowledge on football. But it is a game that I've seen, for example, Lee Stadia Mania play, and Ray 3473, both 2 excellent content providers in the community. And I have to say, I was absolutely impressed with the depth to this game. It's unbelievable. If you've got any interest in football at all, before Stadia gets FIFA later in the year, I'd absolutely recommend picking this up at what, £20, $25?
I thoroughly recommend Football Manager 2020. If you know the game, you know what it's all about. You'll be able to play your Football Manager save in your window, Chrome window, and just have a load of fun. You can actually also play it on your TV with the Chromecast, and they've set it up with the controller, and it actually works pretty well. For me, at this moment in time, I am in Romania, 2nd division, during my journeyman save in Football Manager. So yeah, I am enjoying a Football Manager, and it is a really good game on Stadia.
It's a hugely impressive game. As I said, I'm no fan of football at all, but I can nonetheless appreciate a quality title, and that one certainly is. And I think at £20, it's a steal, quite honestly. So let's hope that one gets a few purchases. And then for the general store, in other words, for those that have Stadia and not the Pro subscription, we have a list of games that are currently on sale, and three new ones, including two of the Metro games that are currently on, the standard Metro and the Gold Edition, and of course our good friend Football Manager there, which is not as good a deal, but nonetheless, I think that's still about $20 less than previous price, so it's still an amazing value over the recommended retail price.
And I would say my maths isn't 100% here, but the way they're pricing that, they're sort of saying you should go for the Pro and get the bigger discount. Pay
Well,
Pro
indeed.
if you
Well,
do.
you're not the first person to have suggested this, Duncan, but you're right. If you look at these kind of prices, it doesn't take much to think, hang on a minute, there's a 15 or £20 saving here. Pro's £8.99. I can pay £8.99, buy it for 20 quid less, cancel the Pro, still own the game, and I've made myself a £10 value in the bargain. And in fairness, it's difficult to argue against that, isn't it? Not necessarily a nice thing as far as Google's concerned, but they price it up.
I don't think it's a mistake they're doing that sort of thing. They want everybody on the Pro, but yeah, Pro at this moment in time, I think is 100% worth it with the amount of content you're getting. It's just incredible value, and when they put the sales out, the Pro deal sales make up for it if you're buying games on a regular basis.
They really do. And I mean, if we just look at the 4 Pro games that we're getting now, we don't as yet, I think I'm right in saying we don't as yet know the price of Crater. I think it's completely free, full stop, isn't it? Or is it not just not available?
They actually do have the price out for it, and it is fairly substantial. It's like $30-$40. So,
Right, okay.
So it isn't like
a mid-range AA price. It's not a AAA price,
Yeah.
is it? Like Red Dead or what have you. So we're looking at about a $40 value there. We're looking at probably something like a $15 to $20 value for SteamWorld Dig. Similarly for Monster Boy. Similarly for Western Loathing. So just for July alone, you've got almost a $50, $60 value. Sorry, $70, $80 value in terms of your free to claim games.
Yep, exactly. So well worth the subscription there. And what I'm liking about the Pro games library, which we're getting built up, it isn't all the same sort of games. We've got they're all different genres. We've got SteamWorld Dig, which is a bit platformy. Monster War, this platformy, but in a different style of platform. We've got Creator, which is a game creating, and we've got an RPG and West of Loathing. And if you go back, all the games are hitting different boxes and they should appeal to different people. So yeah. I'm impressed that they're going through lots of different sort of genres at this moment in time.
And of course, West of Loathing from that picture looks absolutely rubbish, but it's not. It's actually hilarious. It's fair as well to say and point out, isn't it, Duncan, that all of these games, although new to Stadia, apart from Crater, which is an exclusive title to Stadia, have all been out before on other platforms.
Yeah, exactly. They've all been out before. They've been around for a wee bit, but again, we're getting them for quote unquote free or £8, $10. So you can't beat that on top of all the other games. So I know for myself, I actually haven't played Monster Boy and West of Loathing. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not counting Creator in this because I think everybody's excited about Creator. For the other 3 games there, I'm really excited about the 2. And I've actually already bought SteamWorld Dig and I've completed it. And it is a really, really fun game. So it is.
Yeah. You're right, and I think you said it the other day as well on Sunday. Technically, they only guarantee one Pro game, but there's never been a month where we've had less than 2. So, and in this case, I think it's fair to say as well that we tend to have one hero game and then a couple of stocking fillers, but they tend to be really good games in and of themselves as well. And a lot of people say, and rightly so, that they probably wouldn't have played those games if they hadn't have been offered out, and they end up becoming champions of those games or that genre, maybe a completely new genre that they discover thanks to these games. So you're absolutely right. Whoever puts the packages together does a really good job of trying to hit as many boxes as possible and introduce people to new gaming concepts and genres.
Yeah, and the best thing about Stadia is you don't have to wait until the download. You go, I actually fancy maybe giving that a wee try. You just jump it on, and you're either surprised or you can just forget about it, whatever way you want to. But the chances are, most of the time, you're actually going, yeah, I'm going to actually play that a wee bit more, and it opens up different horizons for you.
No, that's so true. I mean, I've got, as you know, I've also got a PlayStation Plus account, and they similarly give a couple of games a month, typically no more than two. But there have been many times when I've thought, I don't know, I haven't got the space on my hard disk. It looks okay, but I'm not that worried about it. And you give it a miss. Whereas with Stadia, you just press a button that says claim. You don't have to download it. You don't have to play it, but you've claimed it. It's in your library. And at some point in the future, you might be sat there at a loose end and think, I quite fancy giving that game a go. But that's one of the massive advantages of cloud gaming and Stadia, as opposed to consoles. Even if you're downloading the titles, you've still got to find the space.
Speaking of which, my favorite game on the platform, it's not the best game which has been made on the platform or the best technical game, but my favorite game, Zombie Army 4. Has just got its last update, so there's new DLC out for that now. This is the last part of it, and as we can see there, we have the Stadia moniker there as well. So this is now out. So this is just some more content for Zombie Army 4. And if you have not checked out Zombie Army 4, I thoroughly recommend it, and I think it is still a pro game. I'm pretty sure it is. But my favorite game.
It's an amazing game, isn't it? I'm still battling my way through the other pro game that they gave us, the original Zombie Army 4, and struggling like anything to get through it. But it is a fantastic. I love all those sniper games anyway. The whole slow motion camera kind of. That's unique to that title is absolutely amazing, and this looks good. So this is available as of today.
Yep, I think it's available today. Today, yes. And Zombie Army 4 is still a pro game, so I would thoroughly recommend that. And my favorite thing about Zombie Army 4, if you're playing in a multiplayer, it scales up depending how many people are playing. So if it's just two of you, there's going to be less zombies. And then there was just four of you. And if you're only playing by yourself, it scales it down to one. It is really, really fun. And personally, my favorite game on the platform at this moment in time.
Good stuff. Graphically, this looks really good as well. So that's excellent. Right. Well, I'm going to go and get that one. So did you say, sorry, it's available now. Do we know how much it is? Or
I think each of the add-ons, you can buy the season pass, which is 20 or 30 pound, and there's like 3 or 4 expansions to it, and they're about £4 each. So you've got a couple of different options there for it. So you can buy a piecemeal or just the content that you want.
Great stuff. And we ought to do a Rokk review of Zombie Army at some point, didn't we? We'll get Wave Breakout this week, and maybe we'll do Zombie Army next week, because I think that would be good, actually. It'd be a good one to have a look at from the perspective of casual gamers and busy people, which, of course, is what we're all about. Duncan, I think we've reached the conclusion of this information, this impromptu release. Thank you very much indeed, my friend, for your, as always, insightful breakdown of that news and information. Where can people find us in our normal day-to-day routine?
You can find me One to Escape on Twitter. What about you, Rokk?
Well, I'm always here where they found me in the first place. I'm living in this channel. I mean, I keep putting up different wallpapers just to make myself feel a bit more excited about it. And of course, at Stadia Rocks on Twitter. And you'll be interested to know, Duncan, that last night I did my first ever live game stream on Facebook Gaming. So that may be something that we look at doing more of in the future. But that's all good. So yeah, thank you very much. As we mentioned earlier in the stream, we will be doing a review of Wave Break, which as I speak is about to go live on Stadia and will definitely be live by the time this video is out there. And we'll be doing a review of that one as well on Sunday. So looking forward to that. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for watching, and happy gaming. Take care. Rock out.